welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm your host, Kris KeyZ, and I'm here to give you another quick tutorial, 5 different ways on how you can use the Zoom tool and Logic Pro X. You know, it's good to constantly continue working on your hotkeys and maneuvering around Logic Pro just so you can speed up your workflow. And that can be creating or also in the editing process. But first of all, since you're here, please, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. All you have to do is just make sure you're logged into your YouTube account and just hit the subscribe button, smash on the notification bell, and just leave a comment and let me know that you're here. And you're that simple. You have access to all of my newest content that I'm dropping each and every week. Speaking of content, my podcast is a new thing that I'm doing, guys. I'm interviewing each and every week a high-class professional that's in the music industry. We're sharing his stories and seeing what they think it takes to be successful in today's music industry so you can have all the keys necessary to go out here and do the same for yourself. The keys method, that's each and every week, dropping it on Mondays, as well as tutorials every Tuesday and Friday so far. So with that being said, guys, do you want to know 5 ways to use the Zoom tool in Logic Pro X? Well, let's get started. All right, guys. I have this session pulled up here, and I'm going to kind of maneuver around a little bit and show you 5 different ways you can maneuver around a little bit in your session just to kind of speed up your workflow. The first way is the easiest way, and I guess the slowest way you could say is to actually just go over here to your Zoom slider, and you can easily use one of these 2 buttons. They have the vertical one, you can slide left and right, and you can go next to the horizontal way right here. This is the Zoom slider, guys, vertical and horizontal. The next way is probably my favorite, is the Zoom tool. When I want to just get over a real quick section real quick, I hold down Control and I hold down Option, and I can use, you see how it kind of highlights, gives me that highlight button right there. So I can just do that and use my finger on my mouse button, and I can scroll up and down and it'll zoom in that section. So this is really good if I say have an audio and I want to see where something is, I can just zoom in really quickly like that. So just hold the option, the control button and the option, and you can zoom easily that way. The next button is, like I said, this is one of my favorite. These are hotkeys, so you don't have to manually go in. I like Logic because there's multiple ways to do one thing. But the next one is just hold down the option button, and you can do exactly what I did earlier. You can hold the option and scroll up, and it'll give you a zoom vertically, or I can also scroll it left to right, and that will get me to the horizontal, left and right, that way. So guys, that's the third way right there, is just to hold down the option button and to scroll left to right or up and down. All right, let's go on to the next way. The next way is you can hold down the Z button or just press Z, and that will zoom automatically like that. So this is a couple ways you can do it. So if I'm highlighting just let me scroll out so you can see I have just this particular track highlighted, it'll zoom just that track, right? And to zoom out again, you just press Z again. So that's the zoom in, and obviously, you know, you can move around. But now if I want to just highlight everything, I can click off of that track, and it will, you can see it kind of maximize the whole session for me. And that's press the Z to zoom in and press the Z to move out. So if you want to highlight just a particular track, if I just want to see this particular this part right here, I could just go to Z and do what I need to do, edit. But if I just, if I have everything kind of spread out, I could just press Z and it'll put the session back where I can see everything. All right, let's move on to our next option, and that's using the Zoom tool menu. So that means I can come up here. I mean, each is their own, but you have two choices, and you can kind of pick what tool that you want. So I can actually go in here and put it on my first little option right here. So you see how my mouse turns to zoom. So anything I click on, it will do what I did earlier and just zoom that away. You can also put it on, the second zoom tool. Maybe if you're doing some type of film score, something you just want to, and that to do this, guys, you can just press Option key, and it will pull up your second little tool. But if you want to just go in and press Option, you can zoom that away, and you just press Option, and you can scroll over what you want to do, and boom, just like that. This is not what I prefer. I rather not do that, because you can always go into that first option. Remember pressing the control option and the control and the option button, and scroll using your finger. Or you can also do that by just pressing the control option, and I'm sorry, let me get out of this. Press Z, press control and option, and you can also highlight a section and boom, zoom that away too. So there's really no need to actually go up here and use that, unless maybe you don't. I'm not sure why you would use that, unless it's just a personal preference. I don't know. But anyway, guys, yeah, that's it. All right, let's move on to the next way. This is kind of like a little bonus, I guess you could say, but you can also go in and zoom your tracks this way. You can go kind of like in the middle where each of these bars. You can kind of go in the middle and zoom up and down. Just drag it, click on it, and you can drag up and down. So if this was a big name or something, you need more room, you could do that. Or you can also go here on the end and zoom in and out. And as you can see, when you do that, it gives you the options for your volume, as well as your pan button. So if you want to see those options and you're not seeing them, just maybe go to the side here and you can scroll out. The good thing about it is, once you do zoom here, right, if you have a couple kind of out of whack and they get kind of mixed up like that, you can just kind of go back to that one or any of them, press the shift button and click, and it kind of restores everything back to normal. That's kind of like the same thing with pressing the Z button over here. It just kind of gets you back to the whole session where you can see. So guys, I hope that was helped you out a little bit on using 5 ways to zoom in Logic Pro X. All right, guys, I hope you learned something and enjoyed this quick tutorial on how to use the zoom tool in Logic Pro X. And once again, if you haven't, be sure you're logged into your YouTube account. Smash that subscribe button and notification bell, as well as comment in the below, so I know that you're here and that you're enjoying these YouTube videos that I'm providing you each and every week. I'm elevating your production skills, your tips, tricks, and hacks that I've learned over the past 2 decades. I'm sharing all of these tools and the sauce with you guys, as well as interviewing high-class professionals on the Keys Method, my podcast. Each and every week I'm releasing that. So guys, thank you so much for joining my channel and watching. Make sure you do one thing: stay creative. Peace.